Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Rabbana amanna faghfir lana warhamna wa anta khairur rahimin. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmah innaka antal wahhab. اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا ربنا زدنا علما أجمعين إن شاء الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته brothers and sisters. This is Ustad Asif Mehrali class for Sunday, May 26th, 2024. My name is Nisar Sheikh and I will be continuing facilitating grammatically analysis of Surah Al-Mutaffifin, Surah number 83 in the Quranic sequence, and it should be session number 6, and we'll start inshallah from Ayah 26 onwards. Brother and sister, as we mentioned before, unlike most of the other classes, in this class, we analyze each ayah both grammatically and morphologically, assign the meaning to each word, and then to the ayah, and finally compare our translation with the work of the scholar. Our hope is that one day, with the permission and grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will be able to look at any ayah of the Muslim and we not only understand it, but also be able to feel the beauty, its depth, and eloquence of the message deep inside our hearts. Inshallah. Allahumma anta ajal Quran radiyal kalbina wa nura sadri. But before we proceed with the analysis, brother and sister, and like I always do, I would like to re-emphasize or reiterate that I am not an alim or even a teacher, but merely a student of the Quran who spend many hours per week to prepare notes from a number of Arab books and see on the screen. And I have outlined the page number for the advanced students who want to go a little bit deeper into it. But in our class, inshallah, mostly we will follow Dr. Suleiman Yaqub thing. Mostly we will follow Dr. Suleiman Yaqub thing. But I have added the page numbers of the other scholars, which I consult various places. Inshallah, today I will explain one of the far which is coming. There is a little bit different interpretation with different scholars, but nonetheless, it means almost alhamdulillah or the same. The emphasis or the description is slightly varied. But this is how alhamdulillah we learn. Okay. For this purposes, that is, for the vocabulary or the conjugation of the each word the ayah, I have consulted number of dictionary, mostly the Quranic dictionary, such as Brilo Badawi, John Penrice, Dr. Nadvi, Dr. Lutfur Rahman, but more general dictionary like Hanswehr, when I don't see the form one in the Quran. And also I consult Brother Zahid Naeem notes for the vocabulary purposes. I then, for your convenience, write each and every of that note. For example, give you example. Write on the page. Each and every example of the note, write on the page, so that it makes easier for us not only understand its conjugation and its meaning, or a meaning of the other words, similar words which came in the Quran, but be able to easily understand the meaning of the ayah. Okay. Brother and sister, as I mentioned before, I'm just a human being. I'm merely a student of the Quran, and I can make mistakes. So first of all, I seek forgiveness in advance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord. And then you all, if I make any mistake, and humbly request you all, rather insist, please, please, please help me to correct these mistakes. On the screen right now, you can see my email address. This email is specific for this particular class so that I can respond to your correction, your query, your suggestion quickly and effectively. Okay. So please do write to me and give me your suggestion. Again, I mentioned a number of times. Again, sometime, brothers and sisters, because after my stroke, I have an issue of the pronunciation. Sometime after a kasra, when a dhamma came in, a fatha, when a dhamma came in, I'm unable to pronounce it. Please forgive me for that. I will try my best, inshallah, to correct all the mistakes I make. If not the same day, the following lecture, inshallah. Without further ado, inshallah, we will proceed with the analysis. Let me just move the class forward. There we go. So on the screen right now, I think you can see our page, and I think we'll start, inshallah, from Surah number, ayah number 26, inshallah. Just for the context to look at it, what we're talking about, this ayah actually continue in the context of in the qualities of rahikun. So we did last time. Alhamdulillah, yaskuna min rahikun maktoum. You know those people. Let's go a little bit more back, so we know Allah subhanahu wa taala basically talking about the righteous people. Righteous people will surely in the blessed in the heaven, and their records will be iliyun. And they will be sitting observing everything in the paradise, sitting on their raised couches, alhamdulillah. And from their faces you will recognize them very easily because their faces will be radiant and glowing with the bliss. Tarifu fi wajuhim nadaratan nahi. And then we said that these people will be fed, these people were given the drinks. Yuskuna means rahikun maktum. Here is the rahik I was talking about. They will be giving a drink from a pure wine, and this wine will be sealed, will not be touched by anybody, by any hand, and will only be open for this particular, the people of the paradise, alhamdulillah. So the quality of that rahikun is still continue, and he says, khitamahu, I beg your pardon, khitamuhu miskun. Wafi zalika fal yatnafisi fil mutanafisun. Okay. Khitamahu miskun. So this is the quality with any. Khitamahu is, you can see jumla starting with a marfu noun, right? Khitama. And you can see there's the two words here, khatama. Let me just take my pointer. This one. Khatamu and who. Right? Khatamu and who. This is look like a mubtada and it is jumla ismiya. So jumla ismiya, first noun is mubtada. So we write down here mubtada and mubtada is marfu. You can see the dhamma, right? And alamat rafa is dhammatul zahira on mim, right? And who here is again damire muttasilun, and this is mabni ala dhamma. This is my meme mabni ala dhamma, and it is fi mahalli. Now we forgot one thing when I say khatama. Remember there are two ism, khitama, khitamu. Sorry, khitamu plus who. Khitamu plus who. So khitamu is also mudaf. Ism plus ism, right? Harf jar plus ism, jaro majrur. Ism plus ism is mudaf mudaf. Or not to so if they are not joined together, right? The mere muttasil mabni ala who is the mere muttasil mabni ala dhamma fi mahalli, should be read fi mahalli jarrin, and it become mudaf ilayhi. Its status in this particular word is jar. And again, I was supposed to use the blue marker. Mudaf ilayhi. Okay. ilahi. So that's so good. So very simple, Ism, two ism combined together. Miskun is another ism. As you can see, ism following ism. Khitamahu, khitamuhu, miskun. And this is marfu naam, so it's a khabar. Khitama is mubtada, so miskun becomes khabar. Alhamdulillah, so easy. Okay. And this is mafhum. And alamate safa is dammatan. You can see, okay? Now this jumla, khitamuhu, miskun, is jumla or mubtada, and khabar. Remember we said that the khitama is still referring to rahikun in the past. So it is actually a naat of the rahikun, right? Last one we have a rahikun makhtumun. Rahikun makhtumun, it should be khitamun. Rahikun makhtumun khitamun, right? So this is the same. So this is a naat number 2. Before we do that, we just have to draw 2 lines. One. So we write down here jumla min mubtada, which is khatama, plus khabar, which is miskun. This is my short form for saving time. And this come is fi mahalli what? What was there? What was here? Rahikin. So it has to be fi mahalli jar, because naat manut must match. Correct? Fi mahalli jarrin naat of rahikun. So easy, alhamdulillah. It's so beautiful. Okay. So you can see this is miskun, is marfu, right? But this jumla itself now, jumla ismiya, which consists of mubtada wa khabar. Jumla ismiya, which is now mubtada, and khabar, is together now in a sentence occupy a position of jar, because it is the naat of rahikun. Okay. So therefore we say fi mahalli jarrin rahikun. Next thing, we have word wa, 2 words again. Oh, I beg your pardon. Here, by the way, after this sentence came in, wafi zalika fal yatanafisil mutanafisun. Okay. So this jumla wafi zalika looks like a jumla, like we say Muhammad, we say sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So this waw is actually a jumla itiraziyah. Which came in bracket, explaining something which happened coming before. Okay. So this is jumla itiraziyah. This waw is waw itiraziyah. Al waw itiradiyah. Jumla itiradiyah. And it is mabni ala, waw is always, okay, mabni ala fatah. And fi is harf jar, already. Okay. Mabni ala sukun. There's always sukun in here, which is, okay. So that's easy. So this jumla is basically jumla itiraziyah. That means it will be like that, okay. Yes, like this, to continue, okay. Fi zalika. What is zalika? I think we did several times. This is basically 2 words. Actually, it's 3 words, okay. It's 3 words. Za, lam, and ka. Okay. Usually, when we word in Medina book number 1 or 1 or 2, we just say ismu ishara. Right? Zalika is ismu ishara, but actually Zalika consists of 3 words. Let us define it because this class is go from very fundamental to advanced level. So we say za here is ismu ishara. I think we usually use to define it into blue. Ismu ishara, and this is mabni ala what? Sukoon. Why? It's actually za like that. Okay? Mabni ala sukoon. And this Hanjari alif here designate that thing. Okay? Mabni ala sukoon. And this is now. Because remember, wa fi came before. So now ismu ishara down, za position becomes fi mahalli jarri. It will require as a came as a fi mahalli jarri. Right? Because of the fi. I'm not writing, okay? I'm not writing this thing, so. And now, a lam is number 2. Lam is harfo zaida. For talking. Harfo, beg your pardon. Harfo zaida. Li al budi. Which is for the part, okay? Li al budi. Let me just do some correction, okay? Al budi. We go back to number 3 now. With ka, 3 words, right? Al kaf is harfo khitab. For budul. Kitabun wa budul. Harfo kitabun. It's all for the past, okay? The Dr. Yakut is also ascribing za as wa mashara ilahi huwa rahikum or naimun a masuf fi ayat karibal salisa. Ayat karibal saliyati, which is the following ayah is also the masuf, okay? The following ayah. So now next word is, and by the way, this become now jaro majroor fi zalika, these two go together, jaro majroor. I think for your notes, I should make it a little bit nice line. Beg your pardon, it's not working, so it should work. Okay. Fi zalika becomes jaro majrurun, and this is muta'alliq bil fi'l al-ati, which is the fi'l coming yatanafis. Okay. Yatanafis. Okay. Yatanafisi. This is muta'alliq, this fi'l which is coming. Now, brother, sister, here now we have fal yatanafisa. Fal yatanafasi. Fal yatanafasi. Here you can see there are 3 words here. Okay. This may be a little bit, it will take a bit time, but inshallah I'll explain a little. Pa, lam, and yatanafis. three words. What this fa is? I think we will take um, brother sister, here this fa is defined by our different ustad in four different ways. Okay. I'm going to take that way afterwards. We will follow the way which is the simplest one, and we'll use this way here first to explain. Then I will go through in detail for our advanced students. Whether our other ulama, Dr. Fakhruddin Kubaba, Dr. Bahjat, Darvesh Muhyiddin, Dr. Yaqut, Muhammad Shafi, and what Nur Yaqeen is mentioning these different characteristics to this fa. But most of the time when this fa comes in a sentence of fi zalika falyatanafisu, so you see this fa is very special fa. Okay, but here it looks like with our common our understanding is that fa is that is waqiya fi jawab shart. Since we did not see jawab shart before, we call it jawab shart muqaddar. Okay, and we will do taqdeer of jawab shart. Okay, so this is the approach which we're going to take it in the beginning. Then I will say what other scholars are saying. Okay, about that. Okay, so I will write down waqiya fi jawab shart. And shart is muqaddar. Okay, shart is muqaddar and it is mabni ala fatha. See, fa is this fa. What I meant is this mabni ala fatha, right? So this fa. Now, what is lam? Lam is lamu amrin. Lamu amrin, and it is they write it waqad sukinat masbubakati bil fa. Mean this la this lam is there because it is attached with the fa and giving the meaning when we do the taqdeer of the it become obvious when we do taqdeer of the shart. Okay, so let's continue and then we come and we go taqdeer, then we'll come back. Okay, lam umar, and number 3 is pele madariya madariyun. Now brother and sister, because you can see whenever lam amar comes, pele madariya become majzoom. Pele madariya become majzoom. Okay, so we say madariyun majzoomun, not marfu but majzoomun. Why? Bil lam. Okay, right? So we say an alamat jazm is, where is alamat jazm? Alamat jazm here, but you can see yatanafisi, right? But actually it is alamat jazm here is, this jazm becomes the kasra to combine with the next lam to avoid the meeting of the two sukun. Okay, so what we call it? We call it medariya majzumun bil lam wa alamatu jazm is sukun allazi, this sukun is changed. I will write down and keep on explaining. Allazi, again, hurrika to kasra, ilal kasra. Okay, ilal kasri. Okay, so mean change to the kasra. Why? Manan bil iltaqai sakini. Wanain lil takai saklin. So meeting of the two sukun. This sukun is converted to kasra. Sukun is converted to kasra in order for it to join with this, to avoid the meeting of the two sukun. So therefore, now you have a kasra here. This kasra can join with the lam. So call fal yatanafisil mutanafisun. Okay, so that's what it says. So therefore, you don't see this jazam mark there. But because of the lam amar, it has to be jama. It has to be jazam, right? So now you say Lame Amar basically has a pada. Okay? But this Lame Amar, now I'm trying to explain what happened here. This Lame Amar Wakad Sukinat. Why? The Innahu Masbukati Bilfa. To join with the fa, to make it join with the fa, this pata becomes sukun here. Okay? Mas Lannahu. This is my sign of la Allah because mas bukati bil fa. Okay, so far so good. Now, what is the jawabi shart? What was the shart for? This is a fa is waqiya fi jawabi shart and shart is muqaddam. What is shart? So we can write down shart here. I will write down. Let me just decrease the thing so we can save some space. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Say. So we say I. That is shart is actually in hadasa al ana fasu falyatan. Al, then you continue mutanafis. Oh, mutanafi soon. Okay. So this is what the, let me just mark it. This is where the kasam is. Oop, so thick. Let me change this. There we go. This is the kasam. Oh, I beg your pardon. It is a shart. In hadafa. Okay. In hadafa tanafus. So this was because of this thing muqaddar, fa came as a jawab. So what is the meaning for that? Okay. When we come to the meaning, then I will explain that part. Okay, because we have to go to the vocabulary of the word. Okay. At the same time, I think we will talk about the fa of the different types. Okay. Now the next word is mutanafisuna, which is very easy now, become very easy. The fail come before. Fail mazum came here. Madariya mazumun. Right? Madariya mazumun. Okay. And its file is right here. Mutana al mutana isuna. So this is filun. You can very easily see that this is actually an ismo file of the fail tanafisu. Okay? Ismo file of the fail tanafisu mutanafe suna. Okay? This is file. Let me change the thickness of my pen again so become readable, eligible. This is filun. and this is marfoon, and alamat rafa is. Brothers and sisters, you know that we talked about several times. This is Jama Muzakkar Salim. So Jama Muzakkar Salim, the waw is the sign of the rafa. In a Jama Muzakkar Salim, the waw is the sign of rafa. And in the in the third person or second person, Jama of the fail, for example, here, yatanafisuna. If I say yatanafisuna, that waw is the file. That waw, that waw is the file of the verb yatanafisu. Okay. Or here, ismu file mutanafisuna, waw is the sign of the rafa. Okay. Sign of the marfu. So, alamat rafa is al waw. Why? It is Jama Muzakkar Salim. Salim. Actually, Jama Muzakkar Salim. Okay. Jama'ul Muzakkar and Salim. Okay. Now again, if I write down here yatanafisuna, for example, just to make this point, because if I say yatanafisuna, okay, which is Madariya, right? Madariya third person. So this waw he, oh, I beg your pardon. So this waw here is would be the file, and here Jama Muzakkar Salim, the entire word is the file of the Jagannath. Okay, this is the, just remember, this is very easy. Okay, file, marfoon, lam file, wow, Jama Muzakkar Salim. Okay, now we have to do a little bit more to it. Then since we say Jumla Itradiya, right? This is Jumla Itradiya. So we can write down here 5 Waw Itradiya. After that, the entire Jumla now. This Jumla from here, after Waw, and up to here is Jumla continue up till here. This called Jumla Itradiya. Jumla Itradiya. And Jumla Itradiya is always La Mahalla Min al-I'rab. Okay. So actually, if you look through what it really means, right? If you go back here, you will say, Min Rahikum Maktumun, before that, An-Naim came, you know. Yeah. So it's basically our teacher is explaining him. So this Jumla is basically mean, Wafi Zalika Yusafir mean, Wafi. Oh, okay. Wafi Zalika Al-Naimun Fal Yatana Fal Yatasabikul. They change the word here. Fal Yata. Oh, I beg your pardon. Fal Ya Ta Ta Viku Al Mutaffifin. Okay, right? When we do this is the thing. I'm not going to explain you. Just remember here Jumla Itarabiya. When we do the translation to the words, then we try to do the meaning of the word. Okay. So let's do the meaning, and then I will explain fa. Then I will explain the Jumla Itarabiya, inshallah. So let me remove this thing from here so we can have a time to write. Khitam. What is khitam? Inshallah, we do translation now. What is khitam? I think, did we do khitama before? I think we did because I didn't know write down here. Yeah, maktoum. There we go. I don't know. There was a maktub killer, right? Khitamun, right here. Okay, right. We say khatama, yaktamu, katman. Bab daraba, to seal, to stamp, and khitamun is a verbal noun or noun, means concluding, conclusion, end part, or sealed. End part or sealed. Makhtum is the same word came from there. That what is being sealed is makhtum, or khatamun is the concluding one. Khatamun nabiyun, concluding one is the final seal. Okay, and here is khitama is seal. Right, khitama is seal, and who is its? So I say hook. We always use the green color. Its right is there. Its seal, conclusion, miskun. What is miskun? Miskun is the root word basically is, it's not, uh, root word has meaning of something different, but the word arrives, I think, from the same root word. Okay? So we call it masaka, yamsuku, yamsiku, because either could be bab nasra is yamsuku. If we take it bab daraba is yamsiku. Okay, this is bab daraba yamsiku, and his masdar is maskan, means to hold back, to cling, to adhere, to grab, to grasp. All the meaning of masaka. All the meaning of masaka. Form 2 of this word is masaka. Yumassiku tamsikan, to hold fast. Masaka, to hold fast. Masaka, to hold. Masaka is intensiveness. Form 2 gives the intensity, intensiveness. Masaka, to hold fast. Amsaka, form 4 is amsaka, yumsiku, imsakan. Amsaka, yumsiku, imsakan. To withhold, to stop. You have the ayah um, in uh, Surah Mulk, Alhamdulillah. We read every night, Amsaka came there. Amsaka is rizqu, remember? So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hold the risk, what you do? In Amsaka is rizqu. So this is the same, okay? Amsaka. To withhold, to stop, to hold, to retain, to seize, okay? Istamsaka is form 10. Istamsaka, yastamsiku, istamsakan is to take firm hold of. But the miskan is noun from here, from the same root word called musk. And musk is the, everybody know, is the type of perfume, okay? It's musk. So its seal will be of musk. Will be of musk. Or its seal is musk, okay? It's basically a jumla, ismiya. I don't know, brother and sister, if you can hear me. No, I think recording is going okay. My screen has showed something which is, I think something happened here. Just give me 1 minute, please, because you cannot see my screen right now, okay? I have to rejoin that thing. Somehow it's turned me off. I don't know why. This is modern technology. Everything was going fine, and suddenly they will come back. I think. I think it's connected now. I believe so. Yes. So I will do this. Now, Alhamdulillah, I think you should be able to see my screen again. Okay. My apologies, brothers and sisters. Sometimes this electronics is a new technology. It does. What I do basically here that I'm projecting everything from my laptop, but I'm writing on my iPad. My iPad is connected through a Wi-Fi and to the Bluetooth 5 to my laptop, and from where you see my screen. Sometimes the program which connects my iPad to the computer is finicky. it start reacting. So I'm going to enlarge the screen for you guys. So complete screen comes in. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so with that. So we were talking about musk. So we say if seal is will be of musk. Is musk or will be? Either way. Will be because we're talking about future events in Jannah, inshallah. So I wrote down will be. If seal is musk. Correct? Now we're talking about next sentence. وَفِي ذَلِكَ. Wow is radia, and but it's still meaning and for. Zalika is that. Ismu ishara, right? Now we know Zalika consists of three words. Ismu ishara, lam harfu zaida, za is ismu ishara, lam is harfu zaida, kaf is harfu fata. Okay, and this ismu ishara is referring to the is mutalik with yatanafisu, the fi'l mudariya which coming afterwards. Now fal yatanafisu. Let's look at yatanafisu and maybe do the other. The word came here, two words came in this ayah. Yatanafisu and mutanafisuna. Same root words and same thing. Root word is nafasa. Let me enlarge it, okay? This may take a couple of minutes. Nafasa, yanfasu, nafsan. It is bab nasra. Nafasa, yanfasu, yanfusu, nafsan, nifasan, or nifasatan. Nifasan or nifasatan. Okay? To be valuable or precious. To be valuable or precious. This is from Bab Nasra. Okay. But the same word is Bab Samia. Aye. So what to write here? I will write down for you here. Bab Samia. Right? Samia Yasmau. Nafisa Yanfasu. Okay. Bab Samia. Nafisa Yanfasu. Nafsan means to be nigardi. To be lazy, to be nigardi. The same word. Different babs have a different meaning. To be valuable, precious, or to be nigardi. Form 2, which came in Quran, nafasa yunaffisu tanfisa. To cheer up, to comfort. When it comes with the word nafasa, means to relieve, to get off one's chest. In Urdu, अपने सीने से भड़ास निकालना, to get rid of from one chest. Okay, and that comes with the preposition an. Okay, form 5 is tanaffasa. Tanaffasa, tanaffasu, tanaffu, sun. To breathe, to inhale, to exhale, and so forth. You can look it afterwards. Okay, for the sake of abbreviation, I'm not going to read. But the important things to take rest also come. Okay. Now the word which came here is form 6. Tanafasa. This is the word we dealing with. Tanafasa. Okay. Yatanafasu. Yatanafasu. And tanafu san. Tanafusan. Okay. Yatanafasu. The same word came here. Yatanafasu. Okay. Mean to revive, to revival, to compete, to contend, to compete each other. always remember the form 6 is the collective action. Okay. Action among the people is the collective action. Okay. So it always give the sense of collective forms. Okay. It's basically form 6 is the reflexive of form 3. And form 3 is a reciprocal attempt or reciprocal approach. Okay. So among each other. Okay? So that's why the form 6 is to compete among the people, among each other. Okay. The ismophile from the word tanafisu is mutanafisun. Mutanafisun is ismophile singular. Mutanafisuna is plural. One who competes or one who strives for. Competes, one who strives for. Have we already heard the word all the time called the nafsun, right? Nafsun is plural is nafusun. Plural of positive is anfusun, meaning soul or person or self. They all come as nafsun. Nafsun or nafusun or anfusun. All three words are used in the Quran. Okay. And their root words belong to the same thing and mean soul, person, or self. The tanafisu here means to compete or to contend or to strive for. All the meaning is same. Okay. So izalika fatanafisu. Fa came hua, lam amar. So let compete, compete, strive, aspire also the word, strive. Okay, you can use it now. And of course, when we come with an afsuna, the contender or contestant or aspirer, the striver. Okay, a lot of it. Okay. So now meaning wise, then we go a little bit detail of the I have to correct the fa and I have to correct the jumla isnafiya. Okay. Jumla itiraziya. Last sentence we say yuskuna min rahikun makhtum. They will be given drink of the pure wine which will be sealed. Rahikun. This wine is now khitamuhu miskun. This seal would be with the musk. The seal would be with of the musk. Okay. Wafi zalika patanafisuna means that for that pure wine which has not been touched with any hands at all, and it's been sealed and only open for those guys who deserve in the Janma. He said that for that sealed pure wine, sealed with the musk, let the people strive in this life. Let the people compete to 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 to, to show the abad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Complete to being in love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They should compete for that reward which is going to give you the righteous people. So basically this Jumla Itrazia referring to the righteous people. Let the righteous people strive for that bliss. So that's why you call Jumla Itrazia. وَفِي ذَلِكَ النَّيْمُ الْفَتَنَاسَبَكُ مُتَسَابِقُونَ. In that, I will write down here, فَفِي ذَلِكَ النَّيْمُ. In that bliss, a name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I cannot translate name actually in any other English word. So I accept that bliss. Okay. Let the Sabikun, the contestant, compete each other. So that's what this Jumla Itraziyah means. So Fizalik al Naimu, for that particular bliss, the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has divided to righteous people for less everybody rate. Like in a competition in athletics, you compete for the gold medal, you compete for the trophy. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling you This trophy is unlike anything you ever seen or ever tasted or ever smelled. It's a pure nectar which is sealed and only reserved for the righteous people. So for the righteous people, let among them to compete. So who should be the first and who should be abundant and inquiring that. So that's what is Jumla Itraziyah mean. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَتَنَافِسُوا وَتَنَافِسُونَ. For who? For ختامه مسكن. رهيق ختام رهيق رهيق مختوم ختامه مسكن. So this is the meaning of the Jumla Itraziyah. Now let's look at the fa. Then the sister, the fa is is different scholars have used this fa for differently, and I think for the sake of the time, I will just copy from my notes, and then we study that thing, okay, and then put it there, so then I don't have to write it, and it will be we can save some time, okay. And I looked that thing, and I put it here. Then we put the first I put in here, enlarge it, then I will bring it down, okay. So in fa, Dr. Let's just go systematically. Dr. Fakhruddin Kubaba, okay, very authentic 5 volume book. He's saying this fa here is basically fa zaida. It came for taqid wa talik of fail. It's commenting a thing on the competition, on the fail to compete. That's why the fa came from. Okay, Bahjat uh, is explaining that this fa is actually the explanation. It could be the explanation, la talilul, or it is studying the istanafia, or it is a new concept. Okay, new concept other than the one which we describing the other way. Darvesh is mentioning this fa is ataful zaida, which is basically the same thing. But he is saying that is the connecting is the fa is extra fa. Is came here for the connection purposes. Dr. Yakut is mailing the rabt, which is rabt and connection is basically the same. Okay, connecting each other. Noor Yaqeen and Mahmoud Shafi was mentioning Jawab, Waqia, Jawab, Tishate, Muqaddara. And I think because of the other files we studied before. Um, remember, our ustad used to always repeat that song. Um, I don't know how many of you still remember that the song. Our ustad used to say ismiyatun talibat ismiyatun talbiyatun wabi jamidin wabi ma walan wabi kad wabil tansweef. When the fa, how the fa enter into jawab shart, you know. So for that it has to be jumla ismiya or jumla talbiya, which is jumla talbiya here, pehlu amar. So is qualify for that, okay. Correct? So this is what our ustad used to tell us, that when the fa comes, is ismiyatu, talbiyatu, bi jamidin, bi ma, walan, bi kad, bi tansif. Alhamdulillah, I think for the last 6-7 years, I have memorized his song. His mashallah, his voice is so beautiful, and I can just only read it. I will dare not to sing it at all. Okay. So there, basically, I have taken the root of this wa fi jawab shart, which is very easy. And what I'm going to do, I will, if you want it, you can take a screenshot for this quickly, so that you can have what other scholar saying. I write down Dr. Fakhruddin Qubaba, Bahjat, Darvesh, Dr. Yaqut, Noori Yaqeen, and Muhammad Shafi. And look at the complete name in my first slide, which always shows here. This slide, you can see that they all listed here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to decrease this now. So just put it here. For you guys to take a screenshot, and let's look at the actual translation for our scholars. Okay. So we go for translation, and this is actually go. I think ayah number 26. We just copy from here. Okay, that should do. Now, ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فتنافسوا المتنافسون. متنافسون. So the Dr. Mustafa Khatam saying, whose last sip will smell like a musk. He used this thing, khatama is the last. Okay, khatama is the last. Okay, we use it here is seal. He said, whose last sip will smell like musk. Remember, Dr. Mustafa Khatam is always a tafsir translation. What is actually word, phrases, word, Arabic phrases, words into very close to the English phrase. Okay, so whose last sip would be if smell like a musk, right? And then he's saying, so let whoever aspire to this strive diligently. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. Dr. Mohar Ali, the sealing therefore is a must, which is a literary translation which we did. Okay, and for this, let there compete the competitors. Let the competitors compete. Let the competitors compete. Okay. Imantoris, who sealed this must, simple. Let those who strive for this great achievement strive for that. Great achievement, strive for this. It's exactly what it is. For the sake of this bliss, let the contest compete. Let the contest compete. Alhamdulillah, I think this should be clear now, and hope I had not made any mistake. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. I'll try to explain the all view of this thing. I'm going to leave here for a minute, for a few seconds, for you to take a screenshot. And we give the screenshot of the vocabulary. And meanwhile, I have a sip of water. Alhamdulillah. Let's go forward. The next one is, you see, continue with the ataf. ومجاجه من تسنيم. ومجاجه ومزاجه من تسنيم. عينا يشرب بها المقربون. مقربون. ومجازه. See now. Wow is harfu ataf. مبني على فتح. 1 2 3. مجاز is مبتدا, is ism, you can see. مجاج مبتدا, and مبتدا is مرفوع, and علامة رفع is ضمة ظاهرة, and مزاج is actually noun. مزاج is noun, and it is noun plus noun is ism plus ism, مضاف مضاف إليه. وهو مضاف, and ha is ضمير متصل. Brother, sister, in my early classes, I used to write only this for small form, and some of the people objected, so I start writing the complete. Muttasilun, Damir Muttasilun, Mabni ala Damma, and fi mahalli, because it comes as a uh, after madaf, we need a mudaf ilahi. It comes in a mudaf ilahi, and mudaf ilahi is fi mahalli jarri. Easy, alhamdulillah. Halwa puri, as a Western used to. And what is the ayat? What is referring to? This majaz, what is referring to? Again, referring to Rahik. Okay? It's referring to Rahik. So always, I will write down here in bracket. I don't think, yeah. Yes, okay. Here would be right. Otherwise, we may not have a room, enough room, so I will write down. Al-aidu ala Rahik. Good. Purine. Okay. It is something so beautiful, we cannot really describe the wine per se as wine, but just for our understanding, we're using our word. But Rahikun is a very specialized word for a very specialized drink that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has it in the paradise for the righteous people, and He is telling us that it is so beautiful, it's worth competing for. It's worth competing for. So all you muttaqeen compete for it, because this is really worth competing for. That's what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is mentioned in the ayah before, and it's continue, and now it's still defining what is the peak. Okay, it's continue defining this the peak. From mijazuhu. So I think when we go forward, we will see. Main is al-mijaz. Mabni ala sukun. Okay, and and following that is definitely is a majroor. And alamat jarra is kasratan zahira. And this is now is jar majroor, and jar majroor is always mutalik something. And it is mutalik. This mutalik is right now the mahzoob. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. The mahzoob khabar. Because remember, we have mijazuhu. We are looking for a khabar. Okay? And we did not find a marfu noun after that. Okay? And the ayah finished. Then taslimun. So it's this jumla, jaro majroor itself, this package, this this compound word, Maraki word, min tasneem, jaro majroor, it is actually there representing the mahzoof khabar. The mahzoof khabar. Khabar li mubtada mijazu. Mijaz. Okay? Li mubtada mijaz. Okay? And now, brothers and sisters, this mubtada and khabar together. Let me draw the line. This is khabar and this is mubtada. This jumla min mubtada plus khabar, which is jumla ismiya, okay, is matufi ala jumla previously. What was jumla previous was? Khatamuhu miskun. Is matufi ala jumla previous. Why? Remember, brother and sister, we said This is here. This is here is itradia. Okay, so khatamuhu miskun wa mijazuhu min tasneem. In between, the jumla came in. وفي ذلك فتنافسوا متنافسون as itradia is telling us in between to compete for this nema. Right? Otherwise, the jumla should have continued. khatamuhu miskun wa mijazu min tasneem. Alhamdulillah, I think it should become very clear now, right? Should become very clear now. So this jumla, Mubtada jumla ismiya, this is matufi ala jumla. To completion of this, your note, I will write down, okay? Alhamdulillah, I can assure you in a few months' time, a few years' time, depending upon uh, how committed you guys are, you should be able to do that your own Arab, Alhamdulillah, yourself. Uh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, Alhamdulillah, He has been very, very kind to me, very merciful to me, Alhamdulillah, that now I can feel that I can do this thing 90% of the Arab without looking at Yaqut or any other book, Alhamdulillah. And I'm still a student. And I tell everybody, Alhamdulillah, that I came from kindergarten to senior kindergarten or level one. And the ocean of the knowledge is right in front of me, inshallah. And one of these, for God willing, my ultimate desire of my life is that I should be able to open any any page of our Musaf. I should be able to admire its beauty deep inside my heart, inshallah. And I wish all these things for you, all of you also, inshallah. So Dr. Yaqut is explaining that this jumla is matufi ala jumla katamahu miskun and jumla in between jumla which you saw was jumla itradiya. Okay. In parentheses, like we say Muhammadun, we in bracket we say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, so this is the Tanafisu. Tanafisuna was Jumla Idrabi. Okay? And he's explaining that basically what this means, this Jumla means Hazal Rahiku Mamzujun bil Tasneem. This nectar is mixed with tasneem, pure water. This nectar is mixed with tasneem and sealed with musk. Okay? And sealed with musk. I'm not going to write that thing down because it will take some time and we don't have that much time. So what I will do quickly, quickly just copy from here. I think the notes which I do that and paste it there. So you will be able to save some time and you will be able to see my notes right directly. Okay. So put it here, paste. Yeah. And I will enlarge from you like this, and then I will short it out. Okay? So what is saying means tasneem wa mijazuhu means tasneem means ayyab hazal hariku momzuju bil tasneem. This mixture is mixed with the tasneem of pure wine, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned earlier. I will just leave it right here. Okay. Now we go next sentence. We have to do. Let's look at the translation and then we go forward. Okay. Mijazu. What is the mijaz? Mijajun. So, basic word is mazaja yamzuju bab nasra. Mazaja yamzuju mazjan or mizajan. Mazjan or mizajan. That's what came here. Okay. So, you mean to mix, to blend. Mazaja, to mix, to blend. Or mizajun, which came here, right? A noun, it could be verbal noun. That which is mixed with something else. That which is mixed with something else. So that's very easy. So we say, or now who, which is it. So we write down his translation, literary translation would be, and I should have a capital because of the sentence, and it's, which is who, mixture. Something with mixed with something is called mixture, right? And it's mixture. Min tasneem is of tasneem. Tasneem basically you cannot translate. It's very specific verb. This word root, it came from the root word came from Seen, Noon, Meme. Seen, Noon, Meme, Bab Samia, Sanima, Yasnamu, Sanaman. This is basically of camel to be or become large in the hump. To be or become large in the hump. On those days for Arab, subhanahu wa ta'ala, the camel with the large hump will give you one of the very prized camel because this camel can stay without water for many, many weeks. Okay. So that is the quality of a camel, sanima. Okay. Sannama yusannimu tasniman. To make a camel large in the hump. To make a camel fat. It's a sannama. The verbal noun tasnimun for the form 2 came in. From the form 2 came in tasnimun is to be in high places. This is actually a proper noun, okay? A name of the water spring in the is a proper noun, name of the water spring in the paradise. This is a very, very special house name. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning you Rahikun, Nahimun, and mixed with Mijazuhu with Tasnimun. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. And for that particular mixture, let the virtuous people, like the pious people, like the muttaqeen, compete for that thing because it is worth competing for. It's worth competing for. There's nothing like this ever anywhere. Okay. Now then what came in after tasneem, now kai ainan is another word for the tasneem. Ainan. Ainan is weak. Ainan is mafule bahi. Actually, ainan is mafule bahi for what its fail is mazu. Okay. Just remember this. And then once we get alhamdulillah proficient in Arabic, we will know. But actually I'm beginning to really understand why it become a fully bhai. Before that is fail is mezu, okay? And we will tell you what fail is. Mafuli bahi, this should be mansubun and alamate nasba is damma fatatan, sorry, fatatan, okay? But it is lil fail mahzuf. And what is this fail is? Aini. Okay. Aini, Ainan. Aini, Ainan. Okay. If you say Aini, Ainan, his Ainan may also become Mufule Mutli like that. Okay. Mansuban, li fail, mazuf, and which is Taqdiruhu. I already wrote down up, but repeated. Aini, Ainan. Let me like correctly. Okay. Now, this is the one, and they are saying that it can also be an hal, out, or halun. Halun, halun for what? Halun for brother and sister, for tasneem. I should use this. This could be hal for tasneem. Okay, hal for tasneem. A spring which is continuously flowing called anun. We will look at the mining. It's very interesting. Well, inshallah, I will show you. So, min hal or hal. So I will write down min. I think what's the I have to be careful with the time, inshallah, because we don't want to overtime it. Min tasneem. And I don't want to rush it either. So without this is a beautiful, beautiful concept which we're dealing with here. naim. Okay, tasneem. And the tasneem is basically uh, alamun is a proper noun. Okay, is a alamun, the proper noun. Okay, lannahu alamun. So this is basically tasneemun ainun. Okay, the hall came after the proper name, which is the tasneem. Okay, okay, and then yashrabu. That's a very simple, mashallah. Madariya marfur alamat rafa'iyya. Right? Madariyaun. We don't even have to look. Just look at the words and marfur alamat dhamma. Okay, forward. Biha is two words, very simple. Harfajar, harfajar or ism majroor. Harfajar and this is harfajar. For instance, I'm not going to write it because we are in short of time. This is harfajar and ism majroor. Okay, which is damir muttasil. damir muttasil. Ha is damir muttasil. Mabni ala sukun fi mahalli jarrin bil ba. Okay, but I will write down jar majroor, which is the jar majroorun. It is mutalik bil fail. Remember, jaru majroor does not have any meaning itself unless it's mutalik or something. And that mutalik will give the meaning of the jaru majroor. Yashrabu. Yash. Rabu. Okay. So basically what he's saying, yashrabu minha. Biha actually yashrabu minha. Okay, from it. Okay. With it or from it. It's the same thing. Okay. Mukarrabun. Masha. Mukarrabun. Yakrabuna. Right? Always remember, yakrabuna, mukarrabuna. Remember, wow is different, right? Yakrabuna, wow is fa'il. Wow jamati. Mukarrabuna, this wow is the sign of marfu. Sign of marfu. I keep repeating because a lot of people in my other class I know, after 3 years of the book, Madina book, and an year of the class, they still get confused between the Jama Muzakkar Salim or the Jama of the Fi'l Madariya. They get confused about their thing. Therefore, brother and sister, my apologies. I keep on repeating this, which is very, very important. Okay, this is file whole mukarrabuna, which is maf'ul, and it's a file, and it is maf'un, and alamat rafa is al waw. Why? Lannahu jama muzakkar salim. Okay, and the jumla now min fi'l file. Jumla min fi'l plus file. Okay, what is the fi'l? Yashrabu. Okay, jumla fi'l and the file. This entire jumla yashrabu biha al muqarribun is become is a nath of anan. Is a nath of anan, and it's going to be fi mahalli nasbin. Brother and sister, can anybody tell me why it would be fi mahalli nasbin? Because remember, Ainan is maf'ul bihi, which is mansubun bil fatah, right? And it is not of the end, so it becomes fi mahalli nasbin. Okay? Very simple. Fi mahalli nasbin, and it becomes not or sifa. You can either one you call it. I just adopted the word natun, brother and sister, because of the Madina the Madina book by Dr. Abdul Rahim, and mostly he called it Nath most of the time in the book. So I just adopted Nath. You can have Sifa or Masuf or Natu Manut is one of the same thing. Okay, Nato li Anon. Nato li Anon. Okay. Okay. And then we're saying, Dr. Yakut is saying, and what is Anon? Will we do when we do the translation, inshallah. Okay. Let's quickly look at the translation of. In the beginning, we did translation of Amijajuhu min tasneem, and it is a mixture of tasneem. It's a mixture of tasneem. Rahikun, previous one, is mixed with the, which is sealed with the musk, and a mix with the tasneem. Okay, and tasneem is the fountain in the Jannah. Aynan. Aynan is also a spring. Let's look at the aynan. Let's look at the aynan. Okay, now aynan, brothers and sisters, just be careful. Okay. I think I did mention before, but we're going to repeat again. As my Ustad used to tell, if something a little bit complicated, something happened, I think we should repeat it so that it becomes halwapur, inshallah. The root word is ayin ya nu, and this word is ana. From bab daraba, ana, yainu, ainan. To hit in the eye. Believe it or not, ana means to hit in the eye. Ainun has a two meaning. Okay, just Ainun has a two meaning. Ainun means dual. When it's meaning dual means, meaning I, is dual mean. When it comes to dual, I beg your pardon, let's start again. My mistake, okay? Ainun is an I, okay? And its dual is I nani. It's dual. And its plural is I yun. Yunun. I yunun, okay? Which is I. But if you make it Ainan, its dual is Ainani or Uyuna. Then if the plural is Yuna, then it's a water spring. Okay. If the plural is Yuna, it becomes water spring. The plural is Aina, then it becomes the I. Okay. Just, this is I, two eyes and more eyes. Here is spring, two spring and more spring. And Jama spring, okay? Use it. So this is the same word, but has a two different plurals and meaning of those things changes, okay? So here is basically come this one, okay? Means water spring. The spring which is, I think I had read somewhere, with spring which is continuously flowing. Spring literally continuously flowing, okay? Yashrabu, very simple. Sharaba yashrabu, shurban, to drink, to sip. Shariba, Bab Samia, Sariba, Yashrabu, Shurban, to drink or to sip. To drink or to sip. Okay? So we write down and let's do the Mukarribuna same place so we don't have to come back again. No, I think let's do one at a time. So we say Ainon, a spring. The continuous flowing spring. Yashrabu means to drink. Yash, third person, right? Yash, Rabu. He drink or will drink. The competitor, Alhamdulillah, the people who compete for it. In this world, you strive hard. In this world, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the strength and courage and wisdom and ability that we should be able to compete here so that we can take a reward in the hereafter with the rahikun, inshallah. Yashrabu, and you drink biha, from it, mukarribun. Beautiful words. Mukarribun. The word came from the word karaba. Karuba. It is from one karuma. It's the bab karuma. Bab karuma. Okay. Bab karuma. That short form is ka or you. Means that The the Ain Kalma has a Dhamma and remain Dhamma, become Dhamma. Dhamma to Dhamma is you. Okay. I.e. Kasra to Fatah is IU, which is Bab Samia. Okay. This is the terminology with Dr. Abdul Rahim of the Medina books, I think, uses quite often. Okay. So we have the both things. Where I write down the Bab Samia, Bab Kurma, and also the short form. Okay. So Karuba, Yakrubu, Kurban, or Makrabatun. Makrabatan. Okay. Means then Karuba means to be near, to come near. Remember in Urdu we say Kareeb. Something is Kareeb, something is very near. To be near or to come near means Karuba. Karraba, yukarribu, takriban. Karraba, yukarribu, takriban. Remember the form 2, if you look at it, if you look over the book 2 of the Munir book, tell you there is a causative or intensive. This is the intensive. It shows the intensity of the verb. That's where the intensity. Karraba, yukarribu, takriban means to cause, to come near, or to bring close. To come near or to bring somebody close is karraba. Okay. Form 8 from here is, choose here, iktaraba, yaktaribu, iktiraban. To approach, to draw near is iktaraba. Mokrabatan is closeness or nearness. Makraba, I beg your pardon, not mok. Makrabatun is closeness or nearness. Mukraban is ismu maful. Remember I said is the ismu maful. His jama is mukarra buna. Mukarra buna. It has to be ismu maful. You see the fatah here? It's not to mukarribuna, but mukarrabuna is ismu maful. Mukarribuna is ismu fa'il. Okay. One who draw near and the favored one. One who draw near or the favored one. So we say to those who draw near or the favored one. Those sister, I gave you the word meaning of these words from the dictionaries. All these words are from the dictionaries, meaning of these words. And sometimes our teacher uses the tafsiri meaning of the word. And the translation which I write here is basically from word to word Quran. But then our own favorite translation we write down, then we look at the translation of our other scholars. Okay. Here, brought near. Those who brought near. Or we did the favored one. The one who compete, who won the competition, mashallah, alhamdulillah, which came earlier, favored one in the competition. Okay. Tanafisu mutanafisuna. And those who compete, the thing actually they become mukarrabuna. Mukarrabuna with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who are brought near to angel and near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they call the mukarrabuna. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahumma ij'alna minal mukarrabuna. Allahumma ij'alna minal mukarrabuna. Allah, you include us all among the mukarrabun. Okay, in the day of Qiyamah. So let's look at it now. What did so let's do the translation and we'll take a look at this Rahiq, which is sealed with the musk, is and its mixture is of the tasneem, and from it the people who are near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will drink from it. It's ever flowing, it's never ending and ever flowing. So Dr. Yaqut has explained this thing, and let me copy this rather than writing here. So that's become easy for you thing actually. This takes a long time to prepare of this notes. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it. I don't think it would do that. I have to go back to my footnotes here. I hope I have in my footnotes separate. So, Al-Naim, Al-Rahik. Oh, yes, I do have it. So we just copy from here. I'll put it here. And then I'm going to enlarge it. Here we go. Yeah. They are explaining, Dr. Yakut is describing Mukarrabun. He's explaining fi mahali nasbin wasif anan. We already mentioned that thing, right? And he said anan. What is the meaning of anan? He said hiya lil mukarribina yashrabunaha sirfan. Yashrubunaha sirfan. And one who is close to Allah will drink from it. Okay, we'll drink from it. Wahiya lil mukarribuna yashrabunaha sirfan. We drink from it. Drink from it. Wa drink for it. Sirfan, pure. Wa tamzaju, and being mixed. Lisairun ahlul jannah, and with and has been mixed. Indeed, la. Okay. Indeed, it will be the circulation available among the people of the Jannah. Means that it will be freely available. Indeed, it will be in circulation, widespread available for the people of the paradise. Widespread available for the people of the paradise. Okay. That's the that's Dr. Suleiman Jakut is mentioning what is really meant by Ainan in Mukarribun. Okay, so let's look at the actual translation from our scholars. Copy. Okay. ومجازه من تسنيم عينا يشرب بها مقربون, and a spring, Dr. Khattab is saying, Dr. Mustafa Khattab, a spring from which those nearest to Allah will drink. A spring of which those nearest Allah will drink. And I think we did not do the translation. Other one, let me bring the other one also. I apologize. In a rush, I think I'm just trying to rush because we have to finish at least one or two more ayahs with the translation. And I think we did not copy this one. 27. Copy. Go back to here. It's here. There we go. Okay. From Ijazahu min Tasneem, Dr. Khattab is mentioning, and this drink flavor will come from the Tasneem. This drink is mixture flavor from Tasneem. Dr. Mohar Ali, and its blend is of Tasneem. Its blend, its mixture will be of Tasneem. Iman Toris, the pure nectar is what they are talking about. Rahikun is mixed with the water of Tasneem. It's mixed with the water of Tasneem. Tasneemun anan, the water of Tasneem. Okay. And she used the hal here. It's mixed with water of Tasneem. Okay. Ainan is yashrubuha till mukarribun, a spring from which those nearest to Allah will drink. Dr. Mohar Ali, a spring whereof do drink those placed near. There are a spring thereof, those drink, yashrabu, those who are nearest to Allah, mukarribun. Iman Toris, a fountain where those who are nearest to Allah will drink. And the same thing we did, alhamdulillah. Okay. So let's quickly have the screenshot of this page. I have a sip of water. And this is your vocabulary. Alhamdulillah, we go forward each. And this is the next page of vocabulary. Okay. The next ayah. Inna allazina ajramu kanu min allazina amanu yazhakun. Yazhakun. Inna allazina ajramu. Let's see how much time. I was supposed to finish it up to 30 or 31, but I don't think it's impossible. We have 15-minute maximum. Inshallah, we try to finish at least one more ayah. Okay? I think we may have to a little bit speed up now. So, inna lazina, very simple. Inna is ismu inna. Hard for talking, I beg your pardon. Just thinking a little louder now. Harfu tawkidun wa nasbin and this mabni ala fatah. Okay. Allazina ismu mawsul. This is very simple, so I'm going to rush through. Okay. Ismu mawsul and it's mabni ala fatah. And now inna came, remember, ismu inna, so this is ismu inna. But ismu inna has to be mansubun, so we write down fi mahalli nasbin, right? Very easy. We don't have to do too much thinking about it. Fi mahalli nasbin ismu inna. Now, brothers and sisters, remember, we have to look for two things, okay? First of all, ismu inna came, we have to look for the khabru inna. And allazina came, which is ismu mawsul, so we have to look for the sillatul mawsul, right? Two things, okay? So, ajramuna, there we go, the silla starts. Allazina came, following sentence is the silla, right? Ajramuna, excuse me, ajramuna, right? Ajramu, fi'l madin, and fi'l madin is mabni ala, here, damma, jarama, right? Madi ala damma, and waw here is waw al jamati. Is fine. Al jamati, which is the mere muttasil, mabni ala sukun, fi mahalli rafin, and it is fine. Okay, and this jumla now min fi'l fa'il, very easy, brothers and sisters. Jumla fi'liya, which is jumla fi'l fa'il, is la mahalla min i'rab, is silatul mawsul. Okay, a jumla mawsula. Right? Okay. So, kanu. I think there's a little bit of complications coming. Now, Fele Madin came and immediately Fele Madin, Fele Nakis came. Okay, Fele Madin Nakis came. So we have to be careful. Now we have not only have to look at the Ismu Inna, Khabro Inna. Now we have Allazina, which we look at the Sillatul Mawsul. Now we have a Khani, which is a Fele Nakis. We have to look at the Ismu Kana now. And then we have to look for the Khabro Kana, right? So just remember this. Very easy once you get used to. Okay. So Kanu is Fele Madin. Oh, sorry. In a rush, I'm trying to rush thing and it's not writing good. Madin Nakisun and it's Mabni ala Damma. Okay. And why Dhamma, brother and sister? Because it has to join with the Waw Jamati, which is right here. This Waw Jamati. Okay. It has to join with the Waw Jamati. And now Waw Jamati is Kana Telemadin. There is Ismo Kana. If Waw Jamati becomes Ismo Kana. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Look how beautiful it is. See, look. Honestly, sometimes, brothers and sisters, if you look through the beauty of this, in allazina ajramuna kanu min allazina. Again, allazina came, and then amnu came. Okay, beauty of this sentence. Now, inna came, we have to look for the ism now. Allazina came, we have to look for the sillatul mawsul. Kanu ke fele madi. Now we have to look for the ismo kana, and then we have to look for the ismo habro kana, right? And then min allazina came, we have to look for the salah again, and so forth, so forth. Okay. And the meaning has become a little bit better. Okay. So this kanu is latasalau bil waw jamati. Why this dhamma came here? We're saying latasalau waw jamati. Maybe if I think for completion of your note, I will write down la ittasalahu bi waw jamati. Okay, that's what the dhamma is. And waw is the mere muttasil. مبني على السكون في محل رفع and become اسمه كان. Now we'll be looking for خبر كان. Okay, right? خبر كان is coming way in the end actually. We see الذين آمنوا يضحكون. You can see that. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So then came men is حرف جر. I have to brush the brothers and sisters. And مبني على السكون. Here this sukoon, brother and sister, in change. I'm not going to write down for the time of clarity. Allazi hurrika ala pata manan lil takai sakni. Right? To avoid the cousin sakni. Okay, so I'm not going to write that. After that, but you have to remember that thing. Okay, to save the time. Then allazina is to masul again, which is mabni ala pata, and it is fi mahalli jarrin bel mim. Right? So let me copy from here. Oh, it's faster to write. Okay. Allazina. We missed Kanu Min. Okay. No, Allazina ismu masul. Mabni ala fatha. Okay. And it's fi mahalli jarrin. Why? Mamin. Correct. And this brother and sister now, Jaru Majru. Mutalik. Del fail, which is coming afterwards. Yazhakun. And it is Alati. It's coming afterwards. Okay. Alati means following. Okay. Yazhakun. Now we have the Amanu. Amanu is Filemadin. And it is Mabni ala Dhamma. You can see that. And you can see the Vav there again, brother and sister, and they become Jama. Okay? Vav Jamati. So, yeah, which is fine. Did I write the Vav Jamati there? Yeah, I will just copy from there. Save the time. This is exactly the same thing here. Okay? Brother and sister. It's very easy. It's a halwa puri, so therefore I'm not spending time for that. So there we go. Okay. Waw is waw jamati, damir muttasil. Damir muttasil, mabni ala sukoon, fi mahalli rafin, file. And this jumla, aminu, which is fellow file, is sillatul mawsul of allazina. Correct? Sillatul mawsul of allazina. Yazhakuna. Let's go to yazhakuna. Madaria. Mudharayai, matwoon, and this is bisabute nuni. I'm not going to explain that. We did today several times because it is now, remember mukarrebuna. Mukarrebuna, jama muzakkar salim. So wow is the sign of rafa. Here wow is the sign of file. Okay, so you can see what explanation I was giving you. So why and rafa sign is a noon. Why? Because it's afalu khamsati. Lainnahu al afalu al khamsati. Okay, and wow is jamati again. Very simple. And this is file, and I will put it here now. See if I can have the previous one. Yeah, alhamdulillah. So we have a previous one, and this is not correct now. Okay. The wow jamati, damir muttasil, mabni ala sukoon, fi mahalli rafin, file of this verb. But this jumla now, remember, brother and sister, we have to look at the khabro inna here, khabro kana here, right? So here in this sentence, kanu min allazina amanu yazikuna, yazikuna is a fellow file, fi mahalli nasbin khabro kana. Okay. So this jumla min fail plus file fi mahalli nasbin. Khabr kana is mansuban. Ismu kana is marfuun. Right? Ismu kana here. Where do you go? Ismu kana wow is marfu. Right? Khabru kana just hakuna is mansub. Is khabru kana. Okay. So far so good. Now look at we have ismu inna. Where is the khabru inna? We have to look khabru inna. So brothers and sisters, this inna allazina ajramuna. Kanu min allazina amanu. Kanu min allazina amanu yazikuna. Is this jumla now? Jumla min kana ismuha wa khabraha fi mahalli rafin khabru inna. Okay. Okay. How beautiful it is, brothers and sisters. So we just this jumla here, this jumla, which is we call it jumla min kana ismuha wa khabraha, and it's fi mahalli rafin. Ismu kana is mansuban, khabru kana is marfu. Fi mahalli rafin khabru inna. So pardon me, not kana, inna. And we're talking about ismu inna right now. Ismu inna is mansubun, khabru inna is marfu. Khabru inna. Okay. So this satisfies the now we can say I can draw the thing here. This is khabar and this is ism. Okay. Right? Ismu inna is allazina, khabru inna, kanu min allazina amanu zazakuna. Okay. And for kanu, ismu inna, let's do the green. This is wow is this pro. Wow is ismu kana and this zazaku Yazakuna is Kabrukana. Okay? Yazakuna is Kabrukana. I'll just make a line here. There. Ismukana, Kabrukana. Right? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. And brothers and sisters, I'm going to write down this entire Jumla. Innal lazina ajramuna kanu min al lazina amni yazakuna. This entire Jumla is Jumla istinafia, and which is La Mahalla min al Arab. Jumla istinafia, La Mahalla min al Arab. So I will just write down just here total Jumla. Jumla istinafia, La Mahalla min al Arab, and continue up to here. Okay. All right. So Alhamdulillah, we are short of time, so we have to quickly do the translation. Okay. In al-lazina. I'm sorry, I think we are short of time right now. So what we say, indeed. So I'm going to make some shortcuts now. Indeed, al-lazina, those who, but not too short. We have to explain what in ajramuna. Let's look through what is ajramuna very quickly. Ajramuna, jarama, yajrimu, German. Bab daraba. Jarama, yajrimu, German. To tempt, to induce, to lead into. Is form 4, which is came here. Ajrama, yujrimu, ijraman. Ajrama, yujrimu, ijraman. To commit a crime or a sin. To commit a crime or a sin. So we write down ajramuna, committed crimes. Committed sins. Okay? Excuse my writing. I'm texting a rush now. Kanu, used to. Min al-lazina, at those. Amanu, believe. I think Amnu we did many times before, so we're going to short here. Amina Yaminu, Amanan is to be safe, to feel safe, right? And Amanu here is, Amana here is form 4. Again, form 4. Amana Yukminu Imanan, to make someone secure or safe, to feel free from fear, or to believe, or to put faith into it. You can study it afterwards, inshallah. Those who believe. Believed. Those who believed. Oh, sorry. Those who believed. Yazakuna. Let's look at the Yazakuna. Yazakuna, the root words are Dwad, Ha, Ka, Bab Samia, Zahika, Yazhaku, Zahakan, Zihkan, or Zahikan. Okay? To laugh at, to ridicule. Ridicule is the proper word, to ridicule. And Zahikatun is Ismu Fa'al Muannas, laughing. Okay? Yazhakuna, they were laughing. Or they laugh. Or they laugh. Okay? So we're saying, Innal lazina, indeed those who committed sin, and these people, the people who committed sin, used to laugh at the people who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very simple sentence, but grammatically very beautiful. We have the ismoinna, ismoinna, khabroinna, ismokana, khabrokanna, Allah zina with sillatul mawsul. Alhamdulillah, to make the meaning complete. So that could be meaning of our scholars now, very quickly. I don't think we have a footnote for that from the Dr. Yaku, so I don't have to explain that. We just the quickly meaning of the thing, and then we inshallah conclude our class for today, and we pick it up inshallah next time. Copy. There we go. And you say Dr. Muhammad uh, Mustafa Khatam is mentioning, indeed, in the Lazina Ajramun, indeed, the wicked one used to laugh at the believer. Allazina in allazina amanu, kanu min allazina amanu yazakuna, used to laugh of the believer. Muhammad Ali, Dr. Mohar Ali, verily those who sinned, Ajramuna, who sinned, had been at those who believed laughing. Had been Kanu used to at those who had been laughing. Iman Tourist, the sinner used to laugh at the believer. Very simple. The sinner used to laugh at the believer. It was going to happen to them, inshallah, when we look at the next ayah. Okay, so I'm going to quickly give you the screenshot for this page for a few seconds. Take a look at this. And give the screenshot of the vocabulary. Alhamdulillah. So Alhamdulillah, finish it. We will start the next class. Inshallah. Sorry, brothers and sisters, we are slow. I thought I will be able to cover at least up till I think 31, but I think there's some things that beautiful came in, and we need to explain that further. So Alhamdulillah, I think we will because of the mercy of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, we will be able to cover it as much as possible. So may Allah Subhanahu wa Taala accept our devotion of time to study, understand the Quranic Arabic language as our good deed. May Allah Subhanahu wa Taala grant us a strong memory and deep knowledge of Arabic and understanding the depth of the Quran, so that all of us feel the miracle of Quran in our hearts. May Allah Subhanahu wa Taala Subhanahu wa Ta'ala enlighten our homes and our families with the light of the Quran and instill this light in the heart of all of us and in the hearts of our family and our children. Okay. Ya muqallib al-qulubi, thabbit qulubina ala dinika. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. Ya Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, have a special mercy on the people of Palestine. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallahu khairan, brothers and sisters. I apologize for a little bit late, and in the end I have to rush quite a bit. Inshallah, we see you next week. Jazakumullahu khairan.